Shorthand English higher grade 120 words per minute. SBTET speed papers September 1975. Please get ready. Start. In his presidential address of the centenary celebrations of the Indian Railways, the President of India said that the origin, growth and expansion of railway system are all depicted in this centenary exhibition. You see there an engine which brought one of the first trains, and I travelled from New Delhi to here in a train drawn by an engine which was made at the locomotive works. On this occasion of prospect and retrospect, we have to remember the administration of the British Governor General in the last century. In those years, he tried to do his best for introducing great improvements in communications and other things in this country. He was responsible for introducing the telegraph. Again, he made the postal system cheap and effective by the use of the railways. Till then, mails were carried by messengers, by horses and camels, or by carriages and boats. After the introduction of the railway mail service, the postal system increased manifold, and we are able to reap the benefits of all the changes that were introduced. It is no exaggeration to say that the railways system affected the social life and habits of our people. It reduced distances, physical and otherwise. It brought together people from different parts of our country and gave them a sense of responsibility and political unity. It reduced the incidence of famine by providing the facility of transport food grains from surplus to deficit areas. Our Minister for Railway just now described to us the things that have been done during the recent years after the attainment of independence. He has linked up parts of the country with one another which were not hitherto connected by railways. He has paid great attention to the amenities of second class passengers, and the comforts of railway workers are also being taken into account. On the whole, every attempt is being made to increase the welfare of the railway worker, of the railway passenger, and indirectly of the people at large also. But as the minister has said, there are also ever so many things which require to be done. In a vast country like ours, there are still undeveloped regions which are not connected by railways. The success of our 5-year plans in the different sectors of agriculture, industry, and multi-purpose projects will depend on the capacity of the railways to provide necessary transport facilities. The minister referred to the primary need of rehabilitation of railway track, of rolling stock and other equipment, and he has also told us about the need for development. But he ended up by saying that all these things depend on the state of our finances. In other words, finance is the greatest bottleneck. We have the will, we have the purpose, we have the ambition, and we are anxious to build as rapidly as possible a welfare state in this country. But there is this financial trouble. Perhaps if the international tension is somewhat relaxed, more funds may be made available for constructive purposes. Recent developments in the international situation seems to be a little more promising. The deep darkness which enveloped the world since the end of the war has disappeared, and a few bright rays of light are visible. In the last few weeks, we have had several indications from the communist world of their desire for cooperation with the Western countries. Democracy is based on tolerance and mutual respect. If great powers show mutual respect and consideration, the world in which we live may pass into one of light and wisdom. The huge funds which are being spent for destructive purposes and for increasing the weapons may then be utilized for the purpose of promoting the interests of life. Then our railway minister may come forward to say that here there is some relief and he is getting some more funds, and it may be possible for him to build railways and to expand the whole system and make it possible for people in distant villages also to have more frequent contacts with the rest of the country. The centenary exhibition has given a sense to us that a truly democratic spirit prevails among the workers. Democracy is recognizing the value of the service done by the smallest and the biggest. We may worship God in our own way. The spirit of worship is one, though the flowers we offer may be of different qualities. So also from that old gentleman who came up here, who served the railways for many years, down to railway minister. They are all working for one common cause. They have a sense of their responsibility and they have a sense of the contribution which they are making to the railway system of our country. It is essential, therefore, that this spirit of democracy, that feeling of family sense, and that sense of unity should prevail among the workers in all the fields and factories of our country. I thank you for giving me this opportunity of meeting you. Dear sir, thank you for your letter dated 10th June 1975, which was received here only this morning. You will be glad to know that I decided to include the question of sugar policy in the agenda of the cabinet because I thought that it is a matter which should receive our early attention. The food minister wrote to me also on the same lines as he wrote to you, and when he came here the other day he mentioned to me that he had a discussion with you. I was told that you would be able to spare the necessary foreign exchange if a policy of de-control is decided. Of course, you could not make a definite commitment as that stage. He also impressed upon me the necessity of a very early decision because, according to his calculations, there would be a serious shortage in October, and he should be in a position to place an order almost immediately. The two questions of decontrol and import of sugar were thus interconnected. Moreover, I felt that since the cabinet was going to discuss the question of cotton policy, in which decontrol is one of the issues, it can also discuss the question of sugar. I thought of the economic committee of the cabinet also, since all the members of the economic committee are at present in Delhi. They are sure to attend the cabinet meeting. Hence, the delay in referring the matter to the economic committee might be avoided. Further, it would be open to the cabinet to discuss this matter and refer it to the economic committee if it thought it necessary. The food minister said that the matter is of an urgent nature and that I should agree with him in this connection. I hope you will also agree that if the cabinet can come to a decision on the question of cotton policy, it can also discuss the question of sugar policy. If necessary, it can even consult the Planning Commission. However, it is left to the Cabinet either to discuss this subject or consult the Planning Commission. Expecting an early reply from you. Yours faithfully.